Welcome back, folks. We're here again. It's another Tuesday, and I think we're about halfway into the month of April. So, I don't know if there's any significant purpose as to why that should have any effect on the markets, but I thought to say it. All right, so let's get to the deal for the day. Initially, I was looking for a short-term buy into the highs, the highs that was created today as a 330 highs, but the high wasn't given to me, so possibly we're looking at framing shots, but I'm not too sure about that. Let's see. So looking at it from an overall view, which is the 1 hour, you could see what yesterday did. Yesterday we were anticipating that price buys into this level here. That's the Wednesday high. Yeah. But as price would have it, it didn't do that. So you constantly kept rejecting this highs. It's gonna buy up, reject, but try to buy up and reject and all that. So I think this rejection right here is gonna be one of the major propellants for SL coming in. Yeah. Well, I'm just like hoping to see what's up, how what goes actually. Right. Let's see how this goes. Let's look at DXY and see what DXY is actually holding for us right now. Alright, we're looking at DXY, and to be frank with you, um I'm expecting bullish movements on DXY, and there's a lot of orders being built here. Do you know that the trade we're looking at yesterday, which is the GBP trade, yeah, I was looking at framing sales, yeah, and it happened to be that the setup that we placed, let me get down to the 15 minutes so it gets more clear. And it happens to be that, okay, so I was hoping that price comes in here, takes out this low, right? Because I know that we are not exactly in for a run downwards, except it's going to be an immediate change in trend, so I was just expecting price to just come take this, and that was all right. But then here's what happened. There was that disjoint, and we had price break aggressively above the highs. Let me take this up a bit so it's in. So we had price break above this level mark, because I was like, okay, maybe this level for some reason would hold price downwards. Well, just look at this. It broke through the high, and it's been a very, very um crazy movement up here, and market is consolidating. Feels as though they are they're about to change the trend, because majority of the times when this happens, they always want to change the trend, and I'm just waiting for how this goes and how it is. Since we're in the second quarter, I think there's a whole lot that comes with being in the second quarter. So I'm just anticipating to see what the market does. Possibly it's not gonna give us any big move, just a very small minute move, and we might just benefit off of that. So that's it. All right. Those are interested in how price moves today. And I really want to know if it gets to break this low and they're not still stay in this range anymore, then I'll be happy to see what it does. It's been a very, very funny time because these times make you feel like, okay, your experience in trading makes you feel like you are beginning to doubt that because of how the market is moving. But nonetheless, we would still strive in this market because it's the same patterns happening over and over again. Yeah, it just prints differently. So let's see how it goes. Okay. I'm honestly waiting for 9 o'clock. I think 9 o'clock is gonna give me much clarity on what I'm looking at because I actually don't see much happening in the moment right now. The market is not giving me anything I can use, but I would just wait for 9 o'clock, and we have 9 o'clock coming in 8 minutes. So we'll just diligently wait for it. Okay, so I'm gonna just like mark some key levels. So it's not gonna it's gonna like help us guide us in a way how the market would want to act with a few things, you know. Okay, I'm gonna see how well to develop around this. No, I think we're good anyway. Yeah. You know, when I started initially, my problem was always drawing out these lines because it was always having a hard time steadying on it. It's all good actually. To be frank with you, if I was to be asked what I'm expecting, I'm actually expecting a lot of movements to the upside. Although the possibility of market giving us that is very, very slim. Because I'm hoping, okay, maybe, just maybe, price would come clear this first target. And that would be something very exciting to see, you know. You just love to see price get in there and clear those highs, that the Wednesday highs. And okay, maybe it could start dumping from there, or just maybe if it does clear the highs, it could possibly head for this. If it does take out this liquidity run right here, yeah, there was a very valid other block here on the 1 hour. If it takes that other block out, then I would possibly shut it down to these levels. Yeah, that's the still Wednesday. Yeah. It's not a coincidence how this is Wednesday as well. Wednesday creating high on 2nd April. Wednesday also creating high on 9th April. What would the next Wednesday do? We we have another Wednesday running up into these highs. Let's see. I mean, it will be quite fishy if the market does that, you know? Yeah. Because it's a bit like it's two patterns. So let's look back into the 15 minutes. We have 5 minutes more to 9 o'clock. For those that were on the stream yesterday, it was a very, very funny stream because of the way Price came back to Price came back to the what do you call it? The break even. Yeah. And I remember I got in at these levels, yeah. And price went up. Not really. Yeah, I got in at these levels. Price went up, and my broker had a problem. My broker decided, okay, straight you out. I'm gonna mess you all up and all that. And my broker didn't want to respond, trying to close my trade and all that, because my TP was at the so finally at the end of the day I could close the trade after it retraced a whole lot on me, possibly to this point, and that's when my broker opened and like it was saying close the trade. I have I have frustrated it today, close your trade. Okay guys. I'm still anticipating 4 minutes more. Yeah, it's like a countdown right now. Let's just keep anticipating and watching for what's gonna happen. Okay. Looking at the news today, I don't want to think that I don't want to think that we actually have a major impact news today, but that's something that I would love to check out because it's of the essence that I check those things out. I'm possibly gonna be using Forex Factory to check out those things. Maybe after using Forex Factory, I'll go to a corner day and check it out. So we have no news on the USD today, no major impact news. Let me check the corner day to see if there's gonna be some news. Okay, the corner day. The reason why I'm using corner day as well is because Forex Factory could decide, okay, fine, they are not gonna like put in this particular news, and then the news is there. Okay, so there is no news today of major impact. All I'm seeing right here is 4-week bill settlement, yeah, treasurer buyback, and I'm also seeing import and export prices. So guys, come on, we have about 1 minute until the equity opening. Sorry, until the 9 o'clock. Okay. Still observing this. All right. Would you buy? Funny how the market could do what it did yesterday. And then what I mean is, you could just decide, all right, fine. During the equity opening, I'm not gonna make you guys long. I'm gonna like bring down this pair, something like that. So let's just mark it, just in case. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I mean, just imagine it's not too far away. You could just as well get this right. Maybe before the drop. That's if he wants to have a sale. So maybe before the drop, I just wanted to get these highs. Then you give me the drop. That would be much okay for me. Okay. Let's keep observing. Let's keep watching as well. I think it's right for me to check how many points from here would take us here. Not much. Just 25 ticks. I mean, we could do 25 ticks, can't we? Because I know this whole move is greater than 25 ticks. Well, there you have it. That's 48 ticks. So yeah, I think we possibly could have that coming. Okay. I'm trying to remove this. Yeah, finally. Let's just watch how it goes, honestly. So we have 9 o'clock here, and I believe 9 o'clock was the one that engineered this liquor pump that we are seeing at the moment. So you have 8:59 here, and then 9 o'clock was actually leading with that. Yeah. So personally, I want to see some precious movements happening. All right. So in my opinion, I would like these highs to be cleared. Like, I need the satisfaction of these highs being cleared. It's nothing actually for these highs to be cleared, but I need it to be cleared because then and only then can I accept the ideas for sales. Look, staring at price on the 1 minute can be very, very funny. Honestly, I wouldn't want price to break this low. This low right here, this 859 is low. I just wanted to keep going. Possibly person could like take off here, you know. I don't know. If I'm possibly just gonna take it, yeah. My stops will be below this low. The below the um 859 is low. Then I could possibly like say, okay, fine. Yeah. Alright, I'm still watching. Okay. Let's see. Let's just take some movements here. If I'm to get in with my stops below that low, because I'm trying my best to make sure that I cut out a whole lot of rigs, and if that takes us out of which I do not expect price to get down there, then I know, okay, fine. There is, why is my order failing to fetch? What's happening? As I think there's a problem with my paper trader. It's refusing to load. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take my TP to a more accessible point. Personally, I would not want price to get down to this level right here. I would just want it to rally from there, because all I'm saying is this broke aggressively above this candle. Yeah, and this is, so to say, an order block right here, broke aggressively above this, right, engulfing this order block. And I wouldn't like to see price coming down to the other block. I just want to see the movement higher. Just want to see a movement higher onto the level that I have just marked out. That's all I would like to see, honestly. I would not want to see anything less than that. Even being frank with you. Let's just keep watching. If we could get this, then that would be fine. Supposedly, we just want to see. I want to see price break above this. Honestly, not below this. I want to see price break above that. I want to see this level cleared out. Yeah, that's what I would sincerely love to see. I don't like that rejection there in the 1 minute. I don't like that rejection there. I don't like that rejection, but let's see. Let's just see. Nah, I don't like that. I wanted price to close above this high. Oh goodness. That doesn't look good, but let's just keep seeing how it goes, alright? We'll stay calm regardless of the situation that presents itself. Okay, let's just keep watching how this pans out, right? Yeah, that's one thing that you have to deal with these markets. There are situations that looks like, okay, the market is after your life. And then trust me, in situations like this, it really is. If I'm to see a next candle open, I want to see that candle break above this aggressively, honestly. And that's the 10, 9, 10. I want to see close above this. Whatever happens, it closes above these highs that is created. If that being the case, that would be much more fulfilling, right? I don't want something mediocre. I want something significant. I could push above those highs. 8:30 is just in 20 minutes. And we could utilize 8:30 being in 20 minutes, right? I want to see close above that. Did it quite close above that? We're not too sure. Okay. Didn't give us that close above. I do not like that, but then let's just see. There was no close above those highs. Alright. Let's just keep watching how this pans out. That's a lot of consolidation on one end. Mm. Okay. Let's keep watching this. Okay. I like that push I'm seeing right there. Okay. Let's keep anticipating what happens. The fact that this is broken, do we keep having a significant move upwards? What do we do? High was not entirely broken, it was just I break the highs. Not so nice a move, guys. But we'll see. I'm still watching it pan out perfectly. However, whatever is the out was actually meant to be. I knew that that was gonna be more like a significant move because I honestly do not like the market moving the way it's moving. And there's a thing about watching the price move on 1 minute. It gives you a different level of anxiety. But we're built for this, aren't we? Okay, let's keep moving what we have right now. No hopes for this. And I want you to be as very neutral as possible because the moment you start giving yourselves hope for a trade, it starts to mess up with your mind, right? So whatever the outcome of this is gonna be, you should stay calm regardless and accept it, right? So I know how it may feel, but we're locked in anyways. Always locked in. All right. Let's just watch that. Let's see. Does this break higher or it comes lower? We'll see about that. If it comes lower, then oh well. We have the backs turned against us. If it breaks higher, good. It breaks lower, good. Still fine. Wherever the outcome is, still remain neutral. It takes a whole lot of study, a whole lot of practice to get all these levels mapped out in an appropriate way. I'm still watching, and we can vote on that. All right, I see. Still watching this play out. Okay, that's some good move upwards. Like I said, we stayed neutral about this, and I'm not even intending to be very, very anxious about anything. Anxiety is something that you should not have when you're getting into the market. It's a threat that should be far, far away from you. Like far, when I mean far, I mean far away. I was talking to my students today, and I was like, it's gonna be a necessity if you think like more like a robot when you're in this market, and a robot really thinks about, is this working? Yes, then let's do it. Is this not working? Or this is not gonna work rather? Then let's not do it. But then we humans want to put hopes on things, and we try to be very, very how do I say, hopeful about things. And that's where everything gets bad. When you start being very hopeful about the things that you are engaged in, it becomes a problem. I've been taught, and I've always learned the hard way, never to um risk more than you can afford on a trade. Don't do it. Remember, guys, our reason for engaging on this trade was because we had this an aggressive push against it, right? And then we had this coming, and though the entry was quite late because I would have gotten in here, but we got in here. So let's just see if it comes down on us to this point, then okay, no more. Let's still watch it. I'm still doing my best to see how this goes. Okay. Yeah, we have 10 minutes until the equity open. And what do we do for 10 minutes? Do we still consolidate, or do we get into those highs, or do we break this low where SL is? All right, let's keep seeing how it goes. We're still watching. This market is quite a really choppy market. You know, being on this trade, you're like gonna ask yourself, what does it take for price to just get here, right? I know. I mean, like just from here to here, it's just about 12 points. Yeah, but the market does that quite a lot. And then this is the reason, right? You see the reason why people get greedy with their trades or they get really impulsive because they're like, what's happening? What's happening? They are not quite patient to see the actual move play out. So that rush makes you feel okay, you're missing out on some, but they're not quite. Not exactly, actually. And there's always this controversial saying, and it's like, the market is never wrong. Well, and then you are wrong as a person, right? So if this trade doesn't play out, I'm wrong. The market isn't wrong. And then that begs a lot of questions. Yeah, a whole lot of questions. Which is something that I would love to handle for another day. Especially when I'm the only one on set like this, because uh, I love people being engaged in that type of conversations because it's very controversial, right? Yeah. And controversial topics best handled when you're with people. Yeah. Let's keep seeing. We have 7 minutes up until equity open. Humor me, what do you think equity open is gonna do? Do you think equity open is gonna come and then we hit our SL here? We just dip in here, hit the SL and we rally? Or we push from wherever we are into this highs? What do you think? I think what we think is just speculations. Yeah, that's the word. Just speculating how the market is gonna move prior to that time, but then not actually knowing what the market is gonna do. Funny how there's love choppy movement over here, guys. Love movements here. Oh dear. At this point, you do not even know if the market is trying to avoid lows or trying to avoid the highs. Because, in my opinion, I'm like, breakout guy, break out from somewhere. Let me know that, okay, you want to break out from somewhere, you don't want to, like, okay, at least if he's going to come for RSL, right, he should do that with so much pride. Yeah, because it's moving. I think if it was a human, right? If these candles were human, were actually humans, I would be like, do not be cowardly. Just do what you want to do. Want to punch me in the face? Come hit my SL. It's just right here. If you want to give me some victory, just go up here. It's a very, very funny market. Okay, I'm appreciating that move right now. You see what I said? The 1 minute is gonna play with you. Yeah, it's quite fun if you think about it. Well, let's see. I could head for that because I see no reason why the market is always gonna like have this back and forth movement. We have 5 minutes until the equity opening, and I want to see what does Price want to do. What do you want to do, Price? Tell me, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You have a new candle open. What's that candle gonna do? How is it gonna print out? And we keep looking, observing, locked in, eyes locked in, right? We don't not want to see the market do otherwise, but then we are ready for the otherwise. And that's the thing about trading as well. It prepares your mind for the worst. Yeah. I think there's also a saying, pardon me if I may be wrong. I think it is um prepare for the best and expect the worst. Yeah. So that way you don't get surprised. 19 more seconds. 14, 13. I think I'm really going to do that countdown when it's about 9:29. Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's just keep watching. See how it could get really frustrating watching the news. All right. Let's see. Okay, that's a move. Why is this move happening now? Okay, guys, we actually 2 minutes away, and seeing just what just happened. Yeah. All right. If we are breaking above the high, I want to see us close above the high, and that's to say, I would want to, if we close above the high, I would want to actually take my partials here. Yeah, if it closes above the high, I want to take my partials at that point. Then, what are you gonna do? Well, it hasn't closed above the high, so I can't do that. Tell me, what are we doing? We have some minutes until the equity opening. Let's just see what equity open has for us. So let's do that countdown, guys. So we start from 10. So we have 10, we have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. What is Price gonna do at this point? We're gonna do what I think is gonna do. Maybe yes, maybe not. It may dip from there into our levels or just take out the high. Well, there you have it. Our TP has been hit, and that's beautiful. It was a very, very hard time for some people watching this, yeah, to have kept up with that. and we actually have done that. And well, how do you feel, guys? Yeah, I know how that feels. It's a feeling of relief, and did this just happen? So that's quite good. And well, we got in at this level, and I think it was about here going. Is it no around here? Sorry. And yeah, it was about that. So that was about like 14 ticks for us. Yeah. Like I said, this market lately is just giving a bread and butter setup. So you would have to be very, very cautious of the moves that you're making in the market, right? Yeah, so it builds your confidence in a way. Uh, Possibly price might decide to go to the highs, um, the Wednesday highs. Although I'm not quite invested in it right now, but it might get to that. And if it gets to that, that could be another different level of satisfaction for us. But I'm not anticipating. I'm not actually hoping for much. There it might, yeah. Well, like I said, today is the today we have the halfway into the month, right? And I do not know how much of a significance that will be on the market. But I think we can see the significance. We've gotten a win on the trade. Alright guys. Um Price doesn't look like it holds way too much for us at the moment anymore since we are done with that. Except you guys want more, but I personally am done. Yeah. I took the trade on my live account as well, and I'm actually done with 14 ticks. That's quite okay if you're using the right amount of leverage. Yeah. So I I feel gladdened that we were able to do that together. Right. It gladdens my heart that you guys were here with me while we did that, and we called the markets to the tick live, you know. So that being said, it's okay. Before that, let me check on our DXY, because I wanted actually checking on DXY before all of this. Like I said, I wanted DXY to rally, right? Yeah. So I may just be getting some of that rally. DXY looks like it's gonna give me that juice. Maybe yes, maybe no. All right. We've checked on the XY, and I'm possibly anticipating a rally for the XY, right? So that's that for that, guys. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, possibly get to discuss the market more better tomorrow. I am anticipating if tomorrow may create the high of the week, same way this Wednesdays has been creating the highs of the week, 2nd of April, and we also have four. Let me check that out right now. Okay, for the no, this was, hold on guys, let me check it to the 15 minutes. 15 also would give much clarification on that day or something. All right. We're actually looking for what Wednesday did. This is just Tuesday, this is Monday, and yeah, okay. Yeah, so Wednesday created the high of the week last week. And let's see if Wednesday this week will do that. Alright, guys, that's gonna be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck, good trading.